Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to VanillaTV. Second map going live here in just a bit. We're on Snakewater, a map that to you guys should be pretty much familiar. Because we've seen it quite a bit over the past week and a half or so. I think we've seen a lot of Snakewater in week 2 and week 3. And now this is pretty much, I think, like there's a couple of week 3 games left, but we've already seen a lot of week 3 games. So maybe we'll see Snakewater a little bit more tomorrow and on Thursday, but from Sunday onwards I think we're going to see a lot of process. I think it's process week 4, quite sure. Process is week 4 and week 5, Ali. You know that probably, right?
Yeah, exactly. Week 4 and week 5. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, you're just accepting my facts as the truth?
I have literally no idea.
Okay, no, so I'm quite sure it's 4 and 5. Might be 5 and 6, but either way we're going to see a lot of process again. I'm going to have to do my homework because I have really not costed that map enough to know too much about it. Obviously, my knowledge about the other maps is pretty on top, but with process I'm usually missing quite a bit of things, including map names and like area names and everything. But Snakewater, definitely not one of them. I know everything here. Played this map for seasons myself, so obviously that's no problem. And Doctrinal, how well are they going to do on this map? We spoke about it earlier, Ali. If there is going to be an upset, it's going to be on this one, not on Badlands. Because Snakewater is really the map of the upset so far this season, with really weird results, teams losing when they really shouldn't, and to be fair, teams taking rounds when they shouldn't, obviously Quarantine versus Epsilon. But really, Doctrinal, can they make it happen, or are they just going to get completely mauled by Crackland, who actually... Crackland lost 5-0 to Epsilon. Obviously, losing 5-0 to Epsilon is not that big of a deal. But I think it was about 20 minutes or so, and Epsilon just completely whitewashed them on this map. About an hour ago, when they played a PCW together. So, how is that going to work into the mindset of Crackland? I don't think they're going to bother that much, but it's got to be there it's got to be there a little bit, I'm quite sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously they didn't get much success earlier on Snakewater, so they're not going to be having anything to follow through on. Meanwhile, just switching over to Doctrinal, they were playing Outsiders earlier, and they performed much better on this map than they did on Badlands, so I think this will be more a map for them that they feel they've got a chance to take an upset on. Obviously, following the results from the past couple of days that we've had on this map, then there's even more motivation, but yeah, it should be good. Be slightly wary of TviQ going sniper though. Retrox couldn't also snipe, and he made quite a good few picks on this, but I'll be looking for TviQ to have the upper hand through most of the map if it comes to the sniper 1v1.
TviQ seems to be on fire today. We've seen days this season where TviQ has not really been on fire. He's playing a lot of scouts, a lot of spy from time to time. But really his sniping, he just can't seem to hit his shots. Today though, he is on fire. And obviously, like, when I say he can't hit his shots, that's on the TviQ ranking of being awesome. That is literally like, if he doesn't hit a shot, that means he still hits like 10 headshots a map. For TviQ, that's not a lot at all. So we'll have to wait and see if TviQ's going to play sniper on Badlands. He was fantastic on it, rarely missing the easy shots, and really only the hard shots from time to time. He was really struggling to get those down. But if you hit the easy shots as a sniper, usually you're already very, very, very valuable as your team for your team as a sniper. So we're going to have to pay eye to that. As right now, Ips is going to join the game. He's going to be the 12th player. Doctrinal, can they pull it back? Or are they going to be able to get destroyed on this map as well? Doctrinal, definitely not going to be feeling good about that Badlands, but Ali, let's be fair, I don't think they play that bad.
No, I think, what was the final score? Did they get the final cap? That would have been 5-2, was it?
Yeah.
I think that's quite a fair result. I mean, CC definitely had the upper hand, but Doctrinal played well enough to earn themselves a couple of rounds. So, yeah, I'd go for that having been a fair score, and I think Doctrinal will be relatively happy with that and see the rounds they conceded as places where they can improve, and they did well to get the caps that they did, I think, on the previous map.
Yeah, they made a couple of very clear mistakes, ones that we spotted, and of which they might have thought that it was a great idea at the time, but Crackland really catching them off guard in a position they really shouldn't have been in. We'll have to wait and see if Doctrinal's going to be able to learn from those mistakes in future games, and specifically in this game, as obviously Crackland... I don't think Doctrinal's going to expect, like, if you look at them pre-season, they're going to be looking for points against the other teams. Crackland is really just, if we get points here, they're bonus points towards the season. And that's what they're going to be fighting for, and we'll have to wait and see, can they pick up those points, or is Crackland just going to stroll onto victory once again, and just do really well this season. I haven't seen Crackland play a lot of bad maps yet.
Well, I was going to say poor Doctrinal, that so far they've played both Broda and Epsilon and now playing CC. I think they would definitely expect themselves to be bottom of the table after the season so far, because I mean, Broda, Cracklang and Epsilon are the top 3 teams that are playing this season. So yeah, I mean, no, they're doing good. I think they're doing good to put out fights where they have done, and if any team were to watch these and see how Doctrinal are taking rounds off them, then that's something in itself. Because I mean, I think Pokemon had a map where they didn't take any rounds off them at all, and Pokemon are sort of the team that's aiming for sort of the 5th, 6th spot, the best of the rest, if you will. If you hold BFF, CC, Broda, and Epsilon as the team that will get the top 4 this season.
And then you have like Quarantine, Pokemon, and Doctrinal, obviously the bottom 3. With Pyrogen, obviously, who folded. But the other 3 teams definitely working to keep themselves in Prem. I think like the sort of insta demotion spot now has been given away to Pyrogen, obviously, because they folded. And only one team, I'm quite sure that's the rules, only the number 7 team is going to hit playoffs, and the rest of the teams are not going to have any problems whatsoever. So really one team, and Doctrinal has to make sure they don't hit that 7th spot. But really, from what I've seen from them today, I'm quite sure they're going to be doing very, very good against both Pokemons and against Quarantine.
Well, I think they're definitely showing a rate of improvement enough that they'll be able to give their games against Pokemon and Quarantine a really good shot. I know a couple of Div 1 teams have been playing Quarantine and getting quite good results too, and I'm not sure how the PCWs have been between Doctrinal and Quarantine and Pokemon. I think overall that Pokemon will come out on top and definitely hit that 5th spot, so it'll be between Quarantine and Doctrinal as to who comes 6th and 7th.
Now we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, the season is still long. We still have about 3 to 4 weeks left, and then still playoffs. Obviously, in playoffs, they take forever, but they're also the most exciting part of the season. I always think, well, the regular league is awesome, and while we can see all teams on every map every single week. As awesome as that is, really, the playoffs leading up to the season and the playoffs to finish off the season, those are the exciting moments of the season. I cannot wait to see who is where at the end of the table, at the end of the season, and how the table's going to look like. Doctrinal is going to be, it's going to be a little bit tense for them. Crackland, I think, no problem whatsoever. They're going to reach the playoffs unless they mess up against Quarantine or something. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Game goes live right now, though. CP Snakewater is the 2nd map in this ETF2L Season 14, powered by Twitch.tv. Week 2 official here between Crackland in the blue up against Team Doctrinal in the red. First map 5-2 to Team Crackland, sorry, as Doctrinal is going to be trailing. They are the team that are the underdogs in this game. How are they going to fare against Crackland here on Snakewater? I'm curious. I'm very much so curious. It looks like Doctrinal is going to up with aggressive scouts and aggressive soldiers.
Yeah, the early bomb came in from the CC soldiers to get up top, but they got completely denied. The latter bomb by Doctrinal has also faded too, but their soldiers have managed to get picked off. Well, one of them did. It's just harbleu and Spin now, and they're running for their lives out on 2nd. There's one scout going aggressive from CC, trying to get onto that combo. I think from the magical fairy rings that I recognise, that's going to be TviQ. There's the demo coming in. Brego gets the pipe. TviQ takes down harbleu, but Spin is all the way back on last. I guess harbleu did well there to hold the CC team up, so they couldn't get through to Spin, but yeah.
Well, Spin does have that Uber, obviously, and I think we saw Quarantine do this against Epsilon. They just put a sentry down, they hold forever. What is Doctrinal going to decide to do? It looks like just Septique Sniper is their first way of showing exactly what they want to do. So not Red Shock, which is something we initially expected, but I can tell you, Ali, Septique is a mean sniper. That's proved. Thanks, Septique, for proving my point.
Yeah, he sort of carried you through there, didn't he? Got a nice headshot onto minimoose, which isn't going to slow this CC push down as they come in with the scout demo Uber push. They're going to try and fall out now, but Brego is getting juggled by that Ubered soldier. Going to try and make his way out lower, but he's going to get caught, I think. Meanwhile, Erectus has also been caught. That's a demo for a demo, and TviQ now jumps in, takes down the soldier that was formerly stood on top of that quite tall hut, and the scouts of CC are now pocketed by the medic, and they're just going to roll through the rest of this team. Ips gets a class equalizer kill onto Septique, and that's going to seal the first round.
Yeah, I think Crackland really managing to catch Doctrinal off guard there. Everyone seemed to go for Brego there. He did drop down to the floor, and harbleu ended up chasing him. Erectus, I think, ended up chasing him as well. And with 2 or 3 people on the lower area, well, the rest of Crackland is storming in with the high ground advantage. Obviously, it's very difficult to stop. Crackland anticipating that properly, getting that 1-0 lead, and Doctrinal already in trouble.
Yeah, as now we see each team taking a different side on top of this. One soldier from each side going atop. Now CC seems to be the team moving across the point, but the bomb comes in from harbleu, takes down Ips, gets flying up in the air, craters eventually. There's one soldier left up top from Doctrinal as his scouts go aggressive, across the point. There's one scout still behind in the storm. He's fighting TviQ. He eventually goes down, and the rest of Doctrinal is actually backed off. It's just two of them left again, Spin and the soldier.
Just a day at the job for Crackland. That's how this game feels to me so far, Ali. They're just playing very solid, not really doing anything risky, just making sure they do not make mistakes, and let Doctrinal be the first team to make mistakes. And that's what's been happening so far. Crackland playing very solid, very safe, no mistake strategy, and it seems to be working for them so far as they're moving on towards this second area right now. Ips going spy, but the Ubers are getting exchanged. Actually, Spin, no pressure whatsoever, is now going to counter Uber, but I think this Uber, a little bit weird. Did he get forced by spy?
I just watched a scout go behind, and there's a scout sat in lobby now, waiting to go for that pick. I think he's just hiding there, is TviQ. He's just camped in lobby. I'm not sure what he's waiting for, maybe waiting for a spawner, but Doctrinal themselves are now going to move on completely unaware. There's two of them behind.
Yeah,
spy and a scout.
Yeah,
nice. Are they going to go for a back cap? Oh no, Ips is moving in on the medic. They're pushing, there's no one there to spot Ips. He's going to get him. He's going to get him. Surely he gets him.
No, you gotta be kidding me. I really love it when spies come into play like that. Crackland was anticipating on it as well. Look at that. Immediately the follow-up damage comes in. High risk, high reward there. If they don't get the spy, they might be out of position. If the spy doesn't get the medic, they might be out of position. But look at that. Crackland, again, no mistake strategy. Get a spy in behind. If they get him, very aggressive. If he doesn't get them, just fall back early. And Crackland, I think, solidly going to a 2-0 lead with the super coming off. I don't think there's anything Doctrinal can do. 4 seconds until spawns. They might be able to bear it out until then, but I really doubt it. Crackland's going to pick this one up. It's going to take a while, but they are going to pick it up. 2-0 already. That's 2 very quick rounds, and very steady rounds for Crackland so far.
Yeah, they didn't even need to use TviQ there, who was behind also. Bit weird that Doctrinal didn't really notice the CC lacking 2 players and not even get suspicious, let alone try and push onto mid with their obvious player advantage. But yeah, anyway, looking at this next mid. See the demo of Brego trying to move across point. He gets denied by the predictive stickies of Erectus. Well played to him. The soldier bum, big soldier bum comes in, but snyyppis manages to kill himself on the floor. A scout was pushed across too, but I think they're just going to get taken down by the huge, like, all the heavies of CC were clumped together there. Nothing could really get through them. There's one soldier left, harbleu, and he gets taken down by TviQ. There was something hiding behind in kitchen, I think.
It's Red Shock.
Yeah, they've all turned around, and he goes down too. Complete wipe for Doctrinal there. I think
6 for 1 exchange. Numbers speak for themselves at this moment in time, don't they, Ali? It's very clear that Crackland seems to be just better at Snakewater.
Doctrinal were just so aggressive on that middle. CC could just sit back and pick off the players individually. If they want to go that aggressive, I think they'd have to work on being really coordinated all together as well. It was sort of waves of picks that you could sort of see coming and commentate separately, as it were. Like, oh, yeah. Now soldiers going in, scouts going in, scouts going in, soldiers going in. It's not really ideal if they want to try and catch CC by surprise.
Let's see, Uber now comes in. Right hand side is Crackland's option of choice here. Gonna be able to force. It looks like, oh my god, Erectus staying alive forever. It now goes down. But I think Crackland might be in a little bit of a rough spot. It's 4 versus 4, but now actually I forgot. TviQ and Sam are really, really good at this game, guys. Let me point that out for you. As together with Admirable and together with Ips, who bombs in for sort of the sort of like, I'm the guy who goes and dies. That's fine. You guys go and cap that, and it's already going to be 3-0. And really, 6 minutes in.
That was a top cleanup by the scouts there. I think if they managed to take one of the scouts down, they would have had a much easier chance. Spin was killed there on 93%. I think that's when he went down. So yeah, just need to work on killing the scouts.
30% for Admirable, 30% for Spin. No crits Kriegs, obviously. I always checked that at the start of the round. And I really assume Doctrinal, they might be doing something fancy, or they might be going all out like they've been doing so far. And it looks like Crackland is going to be the team to go all out this time around. Septique shoots down Ips. And with both soldiers for Crackland going down, there might be options for Doctrinal here. But the scouts from Crackland are just so good. Like, TviQ has his aim today. Don't think it's going to be enough, though, as Brego went down. Obviously, smzi now goes down. smzi went down a while ago as well. And TviQ and Admirable, the only players alive. And TviQ obviously going to help his medic here. Build that Uber. TviQ jumps up with the Boston Basher. He's going to have to walk around here. Spin already has that Uber charge running, though. And Doctrinal, they might be looking for a comeback here. But how much of a comeback is it going to be? when Crackline has an Uber and they're ready to defend this.
Yeah, Crackline are definitely going to try and hold second, and Doctrinal haven't pushed up enough to even get near the point. And Crackline are going to want to hold this front train. The soldier bomb comes in, gets shut down. They're slowly walking, making their way across this grass, but there's going to be so much spam coming on that they're going to make their move soon. Going to see who pops first, really. They're just sitting on this grass. CC are trying to jump their soldiers up onto that train so they can get some good spam. Doctrinal are finally backing out after losing harbleu, opting to go all the way back to mid over actually trying to pop into them. Such a passive play here, and CC are just going to follow them right out the way to mid. It looks like CC are going to be the ones to pop their Uber into the opposite team, but what do you think? Really defensive play there from
Erectus now gets dropped. Well, not even get dropped because Spin wasn't even close, but it looks like Spin being forced to Uber now. There's a solid 5 or so seconds that Doctrinal can use here, but they have no doubt, man, it's going to be hard to chase. Brego gets a sick pipe onto Redshock, takes him down. It is a 4 versus 4, but it's a Devilman versus a no Devilman scenario, and with Erectus spawning, Doctrinal might be able to hold on, but they really cannot lose players here now. Septique goes down. If another one of Doctrinal falls, that might be the end of it, but Crackline seems to be getting the area for free, and Erectus is going to be key here.
Yeah, Erectus takes down smzi, and that entry, the demo man of Erectus, really making his presence known there. Brego before on that repush, you said they had a demo man advantage to jump top, but after that he got juggled back and really couldn't do much work. Redshock now on grass, he's fighting that scout. I think minimoose also got taken down on that grass by Redshock. Redshock doing really well there, carrying his team forward, making sure that Crackline aren't definitely going to contest this second. Messing up my words.
That's alright. 21 minutes left on the clock, and again, it's already 3-0 to Crackline. They went really, really quick, and are now kind of taking it a step back, playing it safe, and are going to make sure that Doctrinal's never going to get the hopes of ever making it back to some sort of a regular squad. Look at that shot from TviQ. Like, the guy's a sniper on its own, really. Need to block the point! Okay, they are going to block the point. Crackline barely in time there. I was a little bit scared for them that they messed that up, but they're doing perfectly fine. It took them 4 players to force that Uber, but Spin has the full advantage. Are they going to be able to use it, though, or is 4 players too much? I think they might be fine, because there's 5 people up right now, and with this Uber, I think they can hold. But they need to hold on to it for a little bit. I think it's okay, Ali. I think it's okay.
Yeah, knowing CC, they want to go aggressive to get this Uber force out, but then they're going to fall back so quickly, and so that Doctrinal can't use that Uber to get a lot of frags down. The harbleu bombed in trying to get Admirable after that Uber, but he just got shut down instantly. CC just playing so coordinated. They all know what they were doing there. The soldier, they seem to be pushing in now, but it was just the soldier coming in. Scouts in 2, goes in for a 1v1, but the rest of Doctrinal have backed out here as that Scout's still in. So uncoordinated would be my word.
It seems every time Doctrinal sends in 2 or 3 players and just backs off with the rest, and then Crackline's just going to follow up on that one. minimoose and Ips now together to take down Erectus. That's a soldier for a down man as Ip does get taken down. Spin almost gets the second Uber saw down. TviQ's not going to be able to manage to make it work though. Spin goes down. Admirable just now, I think Admirable either just spawned or he's just completely disconnected of the world at this moment in time. As Brego's going to get taken down. Septique's going down. Deathmatch Fest has begun. smzi picks up 1. Admirable picks up harbleu, and we see smzi picking up number 2 already. And DM-wise, Crackline just top-notch, really, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just... Erectus' sticky trap takes down smzi. It's not going to make a difference, though, as Erectus might actually get caught here if that soldier goes aggressive. There's a scout here to help him out, but minimoose does take down Erectus. That's really not going to help their push Doctrinal's defensive mid. Crackline is going to push right on. I like Crackline's aggressive style of play. Once they find their advantage, they constantly go on it, and even when Doctrinal have got that advantage, say the Uber that they had, they just really want to force it out and get back to this point where they have the advantage, and then they can make the push the way they want.
I see Crackline sort of moving around, making sure they outmaneuver Doctrinal as much as possible. Redshock going down is the first sort of victim of that sort of tactic. Crackline now moving their way in, playing it very, very safe. Again, look, there's no real sick bombers or anything. They're just playing it safe. Now with Brego walking through a sticky trap, though, that's sort of the least favorite thing you want to do when you're playing it safe. And Admirable and the rest of his buddies in blue are going to decide to just back off and just wait for Brego to spawn, and wait for Ips to spawn, and take him on 6 versus 6, and not these sort of weird exchanges.
Yeah, Stark pointing out in chat there that minimoose only has 3 frags at the moment, with snyyppis and Redshock on 4. Meanwhile, at the top you have TviQ and Brego heading up at 21 frags each. CC having quite a frag-heavy few players here and putting the rest of their team to shame.
Crackline, both Ubers do now get exchanged. Crackline a little bit of a disadvantage here, but harbleu goes down first. smzi is behind Doctrinal, and the German scout here is going to wreak havoc all across. The snyyppis does manage to pick him off, but the damage has been done. Everyone from Crackline moving forward, and Erectus, the last player standing here. Obviously, a down man on his own can actually do a surprising amount of damage. Is it going to be enough, though, as the German soldier Ips now coming in, trying to take down Erectus. The Israeli demo here definitely having a lot of problems, as Brego manages to pick him off, and everyone from Doctrinal once again gonna have to fall back. And with Erectus dying this late, well, actually Brego actually goes down as well. It's just a scrappy game to cast, Ali. I gotta tell you, man, there's just stuff happening everywhere. It seems coordinated, everything that Doctrinal's doing. It just doesn't seem right. It seems very individual focused.
Yeah, I was watching Rex there, who's going for a pick from window, but got noticed by the shoulder and shut down. But I was going to say, yeah, that's the second time Erectus has been caught forward after the team has failed to push or been pushed back and got caught out, and it's really not helping in terms of their, I guess, help. Well, in that case it was okay because he was up in time to block second, but in a lot of cases that's going to really hinder his team's ability to defend the next point if he just goes down, as you say, that late into a push. I think the rest of his team was already might have been spawned on the next point by the time he's alone. I'm not sure what he's really looking for, maybe just a pick of a scout or a soldier, but after that he really needs to get out, and he just doesn't do that. He gets taken down.
Admirable might be caught. I think Crackline, Admirable's going down, but I think Brego's down 100%. Is the scout follow-up going to be able to happen? No, smzi's already down. I'm looking at TviQ though. Knowing him, he's somewhere. Okay, there he is. He's sitting on that top area at the drop hole. And I think TviQ has done this. I think TviQ had dropped. I think it was the quarantine medic he dropped earlier. He's going to be sitting on last there. Does get spotted by the down, and Erectus being able to hold it so far. Is he going to be able to hold it off? It looks like Crackline did go for the block, and smzi got the individual play. Oh my god! The German scout complete havoc across the players from Doctrinal, and while they were focusing on backcapping, holding it and everything, smzi picks up the triple and really saving Crackline and possibly even winning them this round on his own.
Yeah, notable play by Erectus managing to just save that against TviQ on last, but as you say, smzi making that suicide to try and block the point into a huge success for Crackline with that triple kill. Crackline are now about 10 or so seconds off the super advantage, so they're just going to wait for their players to get there and buffed and push right in.
They're going to run that sniper rifle, Ips, for some reason.
Well, Septique is counter-sniping, gets the body shot into TviQ, doesn't he? That's really well played, and snyyppis bombs in, gets Ips. harbleu comes in and gets Admirable. Great coordination there. I'm not sure what Crackline were doing, but whatever it was, their defense was really insecure in that.
Okay, well, there's one thing to look for right now, is minimoose is still alive, but Brego's sitting on this top area. He's going to drop in behind Doctrinal at the moment. He's going to try and defend this on his own, but obviously Spin is on his way. Brego picks up one, minimoose picks up two. Well played here by minimoose, being able to pick up two, even in the hands of Spin. That's well played by the soldier from Crackline here, and as Brego picks up the scout on second point, again, the individual quality that Crackline is showing, compared with the teamwork that is better than Doctrinal's. It really just shows that Crackline is much better. And look at that, actually. Two body shots from TviQ, plus the sort of body block towards the point, being able to cap it off even while Spin and his teammates are Ubert. 4-0 to Crackline. And I really cannot see a single way Doctrinal can come back. I think winning a middle quite heavily is going to have to be their first step.
Yeah, it's 40 minutes left on the clock, and at the current rate, I really can't see this match going past 10 minutes. Obviously, past 20 minutes. Sorry. The soldier bomb comes in from CC, but he's far too far away. This could be the advantage they need. Their soldiers are up top, but they get shut down in the air. Both soldiers get killed pretty much simultaneously, but Rex shot coming in at the side does get Admirable. They really need to play to their heels now. Doctrinal, but the players from Crackline are just streaming over, DMing the hell out of the rest of the Doctrinal team. They're 2 up now, but it's Brego versus Erectus. Demerman versus Demerman. Brego's slightly weaker. Erectus is coming in. It's pipe versus pipe. Wow. Oh, Brego wins.
Outplayed? Just outplayed. Straight outplayed, that's the way it is. And it's just Brego doesn't really miss a lot of those pipes, that's for sure. Missed one and then hit 2 in a row, taking him down. Well played to Brego there, taking down Erectus, even though Erectus was on a lot higher health. I'll have to wait and see right now how Crackline's going to play this one out. The Ubers are even. Admirable, I wouldn't be surprised if he does run that crit streak. Let's see if he does. He does not. Okay. That's alright. I don't mind. Would have liked to be right, though.
Can't always get it right, can we?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm watching
20% advantage.
The sniper now of TviQ. He's sat in that window trying to get the pick on the Spin. If Spin was stood up top now, he'd be in prime sights, but they're holding close. The soldier bomb comes in. They know they're close. minimoose gets Spin. Well played there. And they must have known the position of the Doctrinal team and used it to full effect. harbleu though comes in. They're getting really good counter picks here. Doctrinal, they got 3 players up, just 1 player up. It's Admirable left. He's running.
Erectus for revenge.
He can't get anywhere though. Admirable gets the Uber saw and gets the Uber. He's not going to be able to do anything though. I expect him to suicide really. I'm not sure why he's still going. Do you think he can get something? He's going to go down and not spawn until really late.
Yeah, he's going to spawn. I would have suicided the wall before that, but Admirable just feeling it. He's feeling it. Let's just do it. Septique getting the shot on Septique there. Septique getting out sniped pretty much for the first time, I think, this entire game.
It jumped into the wooden lamppost on the wall and couldn't surf out at all.
I hate that lamppost. Can I just speak my frustration about that one? I jump in it all the time.
Yeah, I think, oh wow, harbleu jumps in and get Admirable. They weren't backed off enough there, and Doctrinal really should pick up a point here. I think this should be their first round. I heard a headshot sound. There's TviQ on the right hand side. Headshots, I think the demo coming in really didn't work out there. Both soldiers jumped. minimoose air shots harbleu in the mid-air. Great play by minimoose. This defense might work if they play around the heels. Both soldiers have jumped out. They're trying to focus point Doctrinal. They've got both scouts on it, and it's only the medic blocking it. Soldier comes in, and they manage to get it.
minimoose air shots harbleu in the mid-air. Ali, I'm cutting that one. I love that one. That's... I had to laugh so much. I wanted to cut, but I was laughing too much when I heard it. That was great.
I was just saying all the words I could see.
Yeah,
headshot,
man.
mid-air, shot air.
Makes perfect sense. 4-1 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, for Crackclan here, as they're going to be losing around. I don't think they're going to mind all that much, though, but still, a comeback, it is possible.
What are they doing? They're not contesting middle at all.
I think harbleu killed himself. Did that happen?
They were all typing. They were all typing on rollout. I'm not sure what happened there. harbleu was typing in chat on rollout, and he somehow ended up dead.
Oh, he... Okay, alright. Now, I'll explain it a little bit, as we have to wait and see now. As Doctrinal's being forced to defend second here. So wait and see what's going to happen as Crackclan now picking up the first blood. Second and third blood, actually, go towards Erectus, managing to pick up a double there. And Doctrinal, look at how aggressive Erectus is. I really do not agree with that one, but it looks like Redshock and his medic Spin following that one up, as there's a little bit of stuff happening all over the place for Doctrinal so far.
Yeah, the counter Uber comes in. CC would much earlier in kitchen. That soldier could get caught out. He's jumping back actually. They're going for the medic, and Admirable will go down here. It's just that soldier left on middle, and CC have only just got spawners coming in now. It's a scout and a soldier. It's going to turn into a DM between those two as Spin is backing out. Yeah, he's backing out trying to help that soldier, but yeah, smzi and minimoose both got taken down from CC. That was a really weird situation where Admirable obviously had the positional advantage, but before their Uber was actually forced, they just got completely destroyed on the flanks.
Yeah, and Doctrinal definitely going to try and follow up on that. To be fair, if they make it 4-2 in about 3 minutes or so, I do not see a single reason why they couldn't make it 4-4. I mean, Crackclan is starting to play very scrappy. I think they thought they had it in the bag. They need to focus now, get their play back on, because Doctrinal is going to take advantage of mistakes they didn't make the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. I think Doctrinal really need to try and make... I'm not sure how they managed to get into this position. I mean... Obviously, they didn't seem to care very much when harbleu sort of went down in that incident, but here they've got a chance to push in, and if they get this push, they're only going to be 2 points behind. The Uber comes in, they're focusing the point so well here. CC aren't going to just get back across in time. The Heavy comes in, he's going to have to sit on that point now for the rest of the push, but there's so many Doctrinal players swarming around him, he gets taken down, and it's another point to Doctrinal.
Yeah, they couldn't focus Erectus there whatsoever because they had to focus the point. There was no way they could focus Demo Man, and Erectus just cleaning up, doing loads of damage. Even though it seems like TviQ is trying to get harbleu to talk right now, guys. I know you can't see the chat, but TviQ is saying hi to harbleu, and he hopes that he responds in the hope that he hits his kill bind, because that's what happened last round. Is that harbleu was trying to type and hit his kill bind on accident, killed himself. And Doctrinal managed to have to defend that second point. Looks like Crackclan now going to be forcing Doctrinal all the way back again. So back to the second point it is. I don't really think Doctrinal minds though. They seem to be better at the second point than on middle.
Well, Crackclan are going to swarm forward, and I think they're going to try and pick off the remaining scout and medic. Or it looked like it at one point. Yeah, now Brego's jumping. Brego's jumping into that lobby, trying to stick up the medic. Hits spin with a really nice sticky on the fadeaway. Really well played there by CC, catching the frags they needed to be able to take this lance point with much greater ease than if the medic had stayed alive.
Yeah, they actually rushed him with everything they got. Even TviQ and smzi both rushed that. I don't know if that was miscommunication, if they just did not care all that much. They just wanted him down as bad as it was. Crackline now picking up that middle. Gonna pick up the second pretty much straight off. And immediately Crackline gonna be looking to push last. Their spin did go down. They did manage to successfully chase him out. And where's Crackline gonna decide to push? I'm gonna have to take a guess. It's gonna be like some sort of scout demo push. They seem to be doing this quite a bit. Are they gonna be doing the same? It looks like they're either gonna go bottom or right. Where are they going?
Lower. Uber comes in. They're jumping on that heavy. Heavy doesn't get as much of it. Before we were seeing that Heavy really deny the jumping soldiers, but he really didn't do much there. What he did was distract the whole CC team for the duration of that Uber. CC still managed to pick up the frags though. Soldier and a scout going down. Spit goes down too. Doctrinal are losing far too many players here though. And it's just the medic left alive and Septique. CC players are all over the point.
Jesus, we have a 5-2 right now.
Yeah.
8th middle is going to come off. Obviously, it is still theoretically possible, but it seems like Doctrinal, they had a chance. There was a slight shimmer of hope after they went from 4-0 to 4-2 in a matter of a couple of minutes, but right now, Crackline seems to be focused again. They seem to be winning middles, and they're just going to keep on moving here. Unless Doctrinal can get like a 6-man wipe here or something, I cannot see Doctrinal doing this, but to be fair, we've seen crazier comebacks in this game.
Yeah, I'm watching both soldiers look like they were going to jump aggressive, but one actually went in. That was snyyppis. He got taken down, and now harbleu comes in as well. They do get Admirable with the help of Ret Shock, but they've sacrificed far too many players for this, and Spin went down in the process of that too, and CC have ended up with so many more players alive, just by the pure amount that Doctrinal tried to sacrifice to get Admirable.
And no building though at the moment either for Doctrinal. Very sad actually, because if they had someone to build that Uber right here, I think Spin and the rest of his team could already have been pushing this, but it takes a little bit longer now. And obviously with the running down the clock that we can see at the moment, Crackline is going to be feeling quite good about this one. 6 versus 6. Ips is running sniper again. I'm really not sure about this, because obviously as a soldier the guy seems to be doing so much work all day already. When I was watching him earlier against Epsilon, he was playing an unbelievable game, and now he seems to be perfectly fine. Doctrina's going to decide to push this one though. Sniper not going to be too effective unless Ips now suddenly gets 3 headshots. Obviously, Costas Karma is not going to happen.
Wow.
There's a backup, though. Crackline doing it once again. They love this sort of backup play. Are they going to be able to block it, though? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. They tried. They tried. It's not going to work, though. And I'm imagining Doctrinal to just pick off the round simply because of that.
Initial Uber by Doctrinal was really poor actually. All of Crackline managed to get out. There was one soldier in, but he managed to surf to safety. It was really that backup that brought all the CC players back that actually worked really well in Doctrinal's favour. There's one scout on middle now who was going for the back cap, but the spawner soldier completely denies that. Meanwhile, the rest of the Doctrinal team have moved all the way onto second, capped it, and now are pushing in last, is that? There's just one scout in last, he's on the demo. Meanwhile, the rest of the combo is just sat in lobby. There's a scout that's there causing some trouble.
Someone into me, please!
He should get taken down eventually.
It took 5 players from Doctrinal to manage to make it work, and Spin now already has that Uber hopping in onto
straight
the
onto
left-hand
Admirable.
side.
Wow,
Look
well
at
played by harbleu.
Yeah, that was really good, Ali. I love that so much, but it looks like Brego already 3. Is he going to be able to make it 4? A little bit more, and smzi. Brego with 3, smzi with 2, and they're going to be able to clear everything up from Doctrinal. And smzi, the lone scout alive.
Yeah, it's a really sweet initial bomb by harbleu. He sort of, he gave Admirable a really nice surf, but he sort of got surfed along with it. I'm not sure if he got sort of juggled by the same rocket and ended up on Admirable's head for the second rocket, which obviously worked out quite nicely for him. But yeah, great DM by Crackline's players. When Admirable goes down, it seems like they really turn it on to regain the situation.
I think it's just that very heavy sort of like everyone going call. And look at that, it seems like harbleu already walking on the left side together with the rest of the team. Doctrinal realizing there's time, like there is a time left button. So they're gonna have to try and make this one work.
It's 3 versus 2 now, Admirable's down. This
yeah,
really should go to them. Just spawner's coming, but not in time.
3.5 minutes left on the clock. We've seen crazy comebacks, like yesterday. Ali, we've seen some crazy stuff happening with a low amount of time on the clock still. 3.5 minutes is more than enough time to make it happen. But really, let's start with seeing if harbleu can actually take down Admirable here. I think that is going to be a crucial one. If Admirable drops early, I think they can do it. If he doesn't drop early, might be a difficult one for them to pull off.
Yeah, Doctrinal swarming all across this point. The soldier bomb does come in, but it's completely ineffective. But the bombers, well, Ipses go down, but Brego also goes down for them. But Doctrinal are getting completely wiped up here.
Yeah, they went really aggressive.
Wow.
But with Brego going down, it was the time for smzi and TviQ to shine. That's exactly what they did. Everyone rushing spin once again. He goes down, and that's going to be putting the nail in the coffin here for the hopes of Doctrinal to make this one happen. So the soccer map is also going to get picked up by Crackland.
Yeah, that was Doctrinal looked as if they were gonna, if they were able to take that middle, they all were swarming across point, but I don't know, they were just too aggressive and too unprotected on the flanks, and CC just really cleaned up. They did their standard sort of playing with the Uber, play as a group, and made it work for them.
YOLO,
CC,
man. YOLO.
YOLO. I don't know.
Go home or go broke. What is it? Something like that.
Go hard or go home.
Yeah, there you go. Whatever. I don't know. There's so many alterations of that one that it's just like I can't even remember anymore. I'm too Dutch for that stuff, Ali. Should know that by now. As we can see the push from Crackland coming in here into last. Delman getting Ubered in. Soldier getting Ubered immediately as well, and even the scout is around. A lot of Ubers for Crackland. They pick up the frags slightly, just a little bit. Maybe a little bit too little. Look at that. It's 4 versus 3. I guess it's still doable for Doctrinal here. They might be able to hold on.
CC's round.
The scouts again for Crackland. Oh, they're so good. Seriously. Can you install me a TviQ and smzi wallhack or aimbot or something like that? Those guys are so unbelievably good at this game.
Yeah, I was going to say why you might think that. It's actually Brego who is topping the scoreboard there. He was on 39 frags total. Huge play by him. And I think the next
good
best
lord, look at the points for Crackland.
Next best was 28.
Wow. Yeah, Brego is, he's been getting a lot of frags, let's put it that way. Now with a minute left to the clock, is he going to be able to break the 40 mark? I guess you're already looking 90 seconds into the future, so he's not going to be able to break that 40 mark. But about 38 to 39 frags in a map, that's one hell of an amount in a Prem game, Ali. And the guy, definitely Brego, to be fair, I think he's one of the revelations of this season so far. Comes in, having to replace Red Shock, and everyone's kind of curious about how good the guy actually is. But Brego so far been proving himself this season, playing unbelievably well with the rest of the Crackland team.
Yeah, I mean, Red Shock was really big boots to fill, the demo man who's been around for ages playing at the top level, but I mean, Brego's performing amazingly so far. He came with the DM, and Crackland obviously have helped him get into this state of a Prem game where he can pick up near 40 frags, just being where he needs to be and just using his DM to do the rest.
9 seconds left on the clock as the game is going to end, ladies and gentlemen. I do not think Doctrinal can be feeling too bad about this one. I think the first 15 minutes was definitely where we saw a couple of issues come out for Doctrinal, but Crackland, I think the first 15 minutes they played pretty smooth, rarely any mistakes, and when those mistakes do came in, the game was pretty much already over. 4-0 going into 6-3 here for Crackland as they're going to be picking up a full sweep victory here over Team Doctrinal. As Crackland moves on into the season, winning game after game. We're going to have to be looking for that clash between Crackland and Epsilon somewhere in the future. I don't know exactly what week it is, but we're going to have to wait for that. Crackland picking up the victory, 5-2, 6-3 on Battlelands of Snakewater in this week 2 official between ETF2L, between Crackland and Doctrinal on ETF2L. Season 14, powered by Twitch.tv, the very streaming website where you just watch this game. Thank you so much for watching here at VanillaTV. This was pledged together with Ali and Animal on the stream. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Tomorrow there's a new cast, most likely at least. Let's keep that a little bit under the toes, but that should all be good. So stay tuned tomorrow, same time, same place, here at VanillaTV with more ETF2L action covered by TF2's premier Europe casting medium.